The Council of Governors is blaming the media and the Senate for giving devolution a bad name. COG Chair Peter Munya says the Senate was failing in its duties by targeting governors. Gladys Gachanja attended the Governors' Conference in Nairobi for this report.
It's a story that can be told in 42 languages of this nation.
The first meeting held to take stock of devolution gains 3 years on.
All counties represented.
Governors, county officials and development partners today gathered in Nairobi to highlight the gains of a function that was created to bring services closer to Wanjiko.
Whether the mainstream media agree or not, whether the urban bourgeois agree or not, whether those in their comfort zones in Muthaiga and other cynics in Buruburu and such like other places will continue to write off devolution, they are totally wrong.
If you live in the village and your children have had to walk for 5 kilometers to get to the nearest ECD centers, if you've been fetching your water from a river, if you've been an ECD teacher and you never used to get a salary before 2013, you will sense what devolution means.
Contrary to what cynics might think, the work that county governments have done for the last 3 years is proof that devolution is not mere window dressing. Real power, real resources, and real engagement of communities came with the devolution.
As devolution stakeholders take stock of the years that have been, one thing is coming out clear, that the politicians have been put on notice come the next general election.
Anyone who wishes to be a president next year must declare from now what are the resources he's going to release to rural Kenya. No one will continue to promise us socks when we have no shoes.
The baby that is devolution has had its fair share of teething problems.
This, if you ask me, really is a scandal where most roads are being devolved to the counties, but resources are being left at the national level. And in this conspiracy, the Senate has been part of it in making sure that no additional resources has been sent to the counties. We made presentations to the Senate that were very specific and very clear that these are the new roads that counties are supposed to maintain, and therefore require this share of the resources in their own sector to be able to finance these roads. But what happened? The proposals that were given by the Treasury is actually the proposals that were passed at the National Assembly and also at the Senate. No change even in a comma. Everything the way the National Treasury and indicated. This sector, if we continue like this, if we continue keeping resources for roads maintenance at the national level, what we are likely to lead to is a collapse of the rural economy.
The last thing we'd want to do is to go to court. Yeah, but certainly through the intergovernment technical committee, through the engagement through the summit, we will continue to engage with the national government. You know, and eventually, if nothing seems to work, then we'll be faced with no option, you know, other than to go to court to seek redress to make sure that the constitution is respected and the principle of funds follow functions is also respected.
Some of the obstacles that have slowed down the fruits of devolution seem to be from within.
Corruption, is it everybody who is corrupt? No. So why can't we use the systems that are there to help deal with the corruption issue, instead of using it as an excuse to give a bad name to a very important transformation initiative in the country that is at the center of the stability of this country?
Like for us, we inherited the former councils, the municipal, the county, and the county councils. And if there were things that were happening at that time, it is hard for us to just kill it at one go. So I must say that we've been trying our best.
The journey continues with the commissioning of the devolution torch. This will see gains made in every county for the last 3 years illuminated. Gladys Gachanja, NTV.
Vice Chairman.